South Aussie with Cosi.
Welcome back, folks. I'm 67 kilometres from the CBD of Adelaide, and behind me is a company that most of you have probably heard of, but I bet you've never seen exactly what they do. The company's called Neutrog, and I love recycling, and this place are basically the ultimate recyclers. They're turning chicken manure into products that are world class. Now, before I show you around, these guys are located next to a pretty cool neighbour. The mine over there is epic. Check this out.
Neutrog's located in Camman 2 in the Adelaide Hills. We're about 67 kilometres out of Adelaide, located next to the well-known Hillgrove copper mine. We employ around 60 people and we're on about a 50-acre site. Well, I come from a farming background. I'm the second son of a farming family. Second sons don't get the farm. So I've started up Neutrog at the age of 24 with 3 other partners. Borrowed a lot of money off the bank. My dad was good enough to guarantee the loan, and it was a disaster. We turned over $68,000 in the first year. Our interest bill was $130, so it was a disaster. And then in the third year, we made our first profit, and it's been pretty successful ever since.
Okay, so what Neutrog essentially do is they collect chicken manure from all the farms around South Australia, then they pile it up in these massive piles and compost it. They also add special bugs and bacteria that are really good for your soil. Then they turn it into their massive range of products, all made right here in SA.
And certainly when you're buying a Neutrog product, you're buying South Australian, and that means jobs and means success for the state.
They don't just bag up chook poo here. This place is a real science lab. People in labs spend every single day developing new products and refining how to improve fertilisers. Neutrog's a great SA business with people across the world using their products, including here in Australia, places like our beloved Adelaide Oval and the MCG as well. Pretty much every botanical garden in Australia, and it's even used on Flemington Racecourse to keep the grass green and the roses in top shape.
Flemington Racecourse is famous for its roses, and this is one of the products that's used at Flemington. We've been supplying them since about 1998, I think. It was developed here in South Australia with the Rose Society of South Australia. The beauty about this product is that it contains everything you need, so you only need to put one application on your roses, and you generally feed them 4 times a year.
Now, out of the whole Neutrog range, this stuff is liquid gold. You know how you take a probiotic, you know how you take a little drink of your Colt or whatever it's called, and it stimulates all the good things going on in your guts? This does exactly the same thing for your garden. Inside one of these packs, and this 1 litre pack actually has billions, that's right, billions of bacteria. So you dilute it with water, pour it over your garden, and then boom!
This is hoof-flung dung. It's my favourite product. I'm obsessed with it. It all gets baled into this bale, and once you spread it out in your garden, bang, off goes your garden.
This place sure is passionate about gardening. They've even devoted a heap of their land to an interesting club. They're called the Rare Fruit Society, headed up by this fella Bob. They grow different types of fruit trees that otherwise would have become extinct.
The Rare Fruit Society started many years ago. Slowly with Neutrog we've developed a good relationship to plant all these trees.
What's one thing you tell people when it's just a good tip?
Well, keep planting trees and things like that, you know, because there's nothing like going out in your own backyard and picking a nice fresh peach.
This is fair income. What excites me about businesses in South Australia. Behind us, that big shipping container has got 20 tonnes, that's 20,000 kilograms of South Australian made product, the Neutrog gear that's heading over to Asia. That load and 7 of its other buddies, which we've just seen get loaded up, is bound for Vietnam in Southeast Asia. Isn't it wonderful? We hear of so much product and stuff coming from Asia into Australia, yet here, these guys are doing the reverse. South Australian men and women are turning chicken manure into some of the best fertiliser in the world. It's so good, it's being exported back to the other side of the world. Now that is awesome.
When we first started exporting nearly 20 years ago, it was an absolute thrill to see the Neutrog brand around the world. One of the proudest moments I had, I suppose, was when I visited Vietnam. Literally past me went a motorbike that had some 20 bags of our South Australian made fertiliser on the front. And the second moment was actually going through Johannesburg Airport. I found another bag of product that was being carried on a fella's back. It made me so proud to see a bag of products that had been made here in South Australia going out all around the world. One of our biggest markets is Vietnam, and one of the more amusing moments was when one of our more recent customers' we found his name out to be Dung.
So why have I been talking fertiliser? Well, my garden-loving little friends, that's because when you buy fertiliser, you've got a choice. You can buy the brands that are made interstate or overseas, and that's where the jobs will end up. But if you buy Neutrog fertiliser made in the Adelaide Hills by their 60 staff, all the jobs and the money stay right here in South Australia. And folks, that's something to give a crap about. See the little fertiliser gag there? Nice one. Oh yeah, and if you want to learn more about their range of fertilisers, for free you can join their Poo Bar Club. Now, what's Poo Bar?
The Poo Bar Club is because of poo. I don't know what else to say.
Oh, okay.
For anyone who is keen on gardening, we have a Poo Bar Club which people can join at our website, and you subscribe to our newsletter and we will send you out gardening tips, and you can be inspired by the various people that use our fertilisers.
South Aussie with Cosi.